is the vacant WBO European Lightweight Championship. Please welcome into the ring, from Abruzzo, Italy, Domenico Urbano.
Domenico Urbano, the 36-year-old Italian. And you can see from that wide shot there that the crowd is building. The music around the stadium almost deafening. May well have to take a few headshots. He's certainly taking a few ear shots. Referee for this one, Mickey Van.
Please welcome into the ring, from Cromer in the United Kingdom, Liam Walsh!
Liam Walsh and his two brothers coming in with the T-shirts, of course, which says simply Dad. They lost their father, whom they were very, very close. Inspired them to get into the boxing game many years ago. Lost his life around about Christmas last year. Used to stage little tournaments in the front room between the three brothers, 12 one-minute rounds, and he'd be the judge.
Yeah, I know exactly what they're like. We used to do it, you know, we'd only have one pair of gloves between four of us, but we'd have two pair of gloves, one glove each, and a tea towel wrapped around the other hand, and just push the couch back, move the rug out of the way, watch the ornaments, and go for it.
Usually a really exciting fighter to watch, Liam Walsh, undefeated in 12. And the Farmy Army, of course, have made their presence heard in this huge crowd that's building. Rochdale born, and now fighting out of Cromer. Be an emotional night for Liam, this one. Here's Mark Burniss.
Ladies and gentlemen, Box Nation, in association with Haymaker Boxing, sponsored by The Sun, in association with Raymond Steele, proudly presents 12 3-minute rounds for the vacant WBO European Lightweight Championship, broadcast around the world from Upton Park here in London, and exclusively in the UK on Box Nation. Your officials are appointed by the World Boxing Organization, whose president is Mr. Francisco Pacal Valcarcel of Puerto Rico, and your three scoring judges at ringside are Mr. John Coyle of England, Zoltan Nyidi of Hungary, and Mr. Paul Thomas of England. Your WBO supervisor is Mr. John Duggan of the USA. Your timekeeper at the bell is Ken Honeyball of England. And when the action begins, your referee in charge is the legendary Mickey Van. And now to introduce the contestants. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner, he brings with him a record of 25 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw, with 10 knockouts to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 9 stone, 4 pounds, and tonight wears the white shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Abruzzo, Italy, Domenico Urbano! And across the ring, in the blue corner, stands the Commonwealth champion with an unbeaten record of 12 wins with 9 knockouts to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 9 stone, 9 pounds, and tonight wears the blue shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting and introducing from Cromer, Norfolk, Great Britain, please welcome Liam Walsh! Your referee, Mickey Van, will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Thank you, Bubba. Yeah.
I want no noise with the head. All right, shake hands. Go back to corners, come out and hear the bell. Good.
12 3-minute rounds for the vacant WBO European Lightweight Championship.
Well, at his best, Liam Walsh can be a really eye-catching fighter, and if there was a better fight last year than his battle against Paul Appleby on the first night of Box Nation, well, I can't think of one. It was just a sensational contest. He's been out of the ring. There'll be a little bit of rust, but at his best, he can look terrific.
I didn't see a better fight than that one last year with Paul Appleby. It was a crack, and it had everything. It was up and down, and I really felt for both boxers. It was like a boiling cold in York Hall that night, and the temperature was unbearable. And for those two to put the fight on that they did, at the pace that it was, and real great show and real great sportsmanship after it as well.
I read a lovely quote by a guy called Gavin Deacon, who used to be Midlands light welterweight champion a year or two back, sparring with Liam Walsh. He said, trying to hit him, he said he felt like a kid trying to swat a swarm of wasps. And he also said he hits harder than you think. Had 9 stoppage wins in his 12 victories. Urbano's mixed at decent level. Fought Manuel Calvo, remember him? Fought Naz back in, was it 2002? Mohamed Burliga and also Salim Bouaita, all fringe world-level fighters. And he was EU champion at 9 stones, but here at lightweight, well, it's up a couple of levels. Maybe hasn't quite got the authority at 36. Best days could be behind him. We'll see.
Walsh is really long and lean, and you can tell he can punch by the way he holds himself as well, and the way he throws his shots. He's comfortable when shots are coming at him, and he proved it in the Appleby fight as well. He had a good chin, he's got good whiskers. He took a good few shots, he hit the floor, but he got back up, and I don't know how he recovered off that knockdown.
And in the early stages of his career, you know, he went in with the usual suspects, and whereas they usually come through with points wins, he got stoppages, didn't he? Danny Thorpe, Sid Razak, Johnny Greaves, Baz Carey, stopped them all.
Exactly, yeah, and not, as you say, not those type of fighters. They're there to do a job, and they're there to get you.
Oh, good left hand from Urbano. Well, Walsh doesn't want to get careless taking shots like that.
No, that was a good shot, and I don't think Urbano knows that he's hurt him, because he went into a clinch, but Walsh's legs dipped for certainly there. He definitely dipped.
Well, Urbano hasn't followed it up, and he might have missed his opportunity. That left hand, be interesting to watch that one again at the end of the round, because that left hand looked as though it stiffened the legs of Liam Walsh. Maybe just a little bit of lack of concentration in the early stages, and Urbano, well, have I written him off a great deal too soon. Hasn't fought since November, Urbano. And there we go. End of an opening round which Walsh, apart from that big left hand, dominated, but what a good shot it was from Domenico, or Dominic as he was introduced, Domenico Urbano. Let's watch again. Whoa.
Yeah. I think it was the two, wasn't it? It was the cumulative effect of both of them landing. They both landed clean, and that left hook certainly dipped his legs.
Well, that's going to be an interesting one, because Walsh had the better of that opening round, maybe, apart from that. Here's Graham Everett in the corner with him.
Every time you throw a jab, you land a flush in the face. Get on the jab, work on the jab, yeah? Every time, every time. Come on, enjoy now.
Longest 10 seconds.
Just getting him to relax.
Second out.
I said as they made his way to the ring, and they had those T-shirts on, he's got Dad on the belt of his shorts as well. This is going to be an emotional night for Liam Walsh. Concentration now imperative.
Yep, he's got to put that to the back of his mind and just get his mind on the job. It's a fight, it's a boxing match, and block everything out, all the emotional stuff and the crowd. Just block everything out and just get your mind on your game plan, because he shipped a good combination there, and as you said, you rightly said, his legs really dipped from it. That was a good shot that hit home well.
Urbano's coming forward in this round, full of purpose. I'm sure he'll have been told by his corner that if he didn't realise it, that he had his man going.
I don't think he knew he'd landed properly, you know, because it was such a short shot inside, but it landed just after the straight right hand as well, which did bother Walsh.
I mean, fortunately, Walsh had the instinct, didn't he, to hold on and just buy that second or two and let the senses come together, if indeed it was as we saw it and the legs did stiffen. Yeah, certainly looked that way, Paul.
Yeah, you're right, and John as well, having a good chin isn't necessarily about never hitting the floor or never visiting the cameras or never being rocked or being hurt. It's about how you recover and your powers of recovery, and you know, you get caught like that and your legs dip, and all of a sudden he's back to normal and his legs are solid again, and it does show he's got a good chin. He's just got to keep his mind on the job and keep switched on.
Commonwealth level, he's had some tough fights, hasn't he? When he won the title against Maxwell Owuku, it was a hard points victory, and Owuku had his moments against John Kays. He won it eventually by stoppage, but Kays again wobbled him, didn't he? Yeah,
good fight, and when he won it, you know, good right hand landed by Walsh. You wondered how he was going to get through at times, because he looked so tired at times, but just sheer determination and grit got him through that fight, and rightly so, and he won the title. And the Kays fight was a good fight as well, and then the Appleby was a complete barnstormer.
I think that right to the body from Walsh a few seconds ago just made Urbano think a little bit. That's given him a bit more respect.
He doesn't need to be here, Walsh, so just get it long and use your tools. He's a big, long, lean puncher. Just get it long and dictate the fight off your jab. As trainer Graham Everett gave him good advice in the corner. Every time you throw a jab, you land, you know, so get out and throw it.
A couple of uppercuts inside from Urbano found their way through. And the Italian, who, well, as you say, 36 years old, he's maybe at the tail end of a career which began back in 1997, but look at this again. Appeared in a music video with an Italian singer called Marco Santilli.
Nice body shot. Nice work inside as well towards the end of the round from Walsh.
How do you score that round, Paul?
I gave it to Walsh. Just again, a bit of a cleaner work. And when he steps off and when he wants to be, he's in control. The only time he's not having any success is when he lets himself be pinned to the ropes and he lets Urbano work away.
Yes, some of the action from the second round.
I think this is the very last combination which we saw, which was a nice uppercut inside.
He just took it out of Urbano a little bit with a big right hand midway through the round.
Body, yeah.
And just Urbano had been on the front foot in the early stages like this, and Walsh landed with a big whack to the guts, and he didn't want to know so much after that.
Yeah, you know, that's where Walsh doesn't want to be. You know, you don't want to be sitting on the ropes letting your opponent tee off, especially if you're not going to come back with your counters. It's okay loading someone in if you're going to counter straight away, or you're going to catch a few and then come back with your own shots, but If you're going to just let them tee off, it's not going to benefit you. Especially when you've got a jab like Walsh's.
Paul Smith with me at ringside tonight. This the final fight for the vacant WBO European title between Liam Walsh and Domenico Urbano before the big one. David Haye against Derek Chisora is the next fight. Nice body shot from Walsh, good left hand. Starting to let the punches flow a bit better now. Left hand straight low, and Mickey Vann just told him, a reminder to Walsh, keep your punches up.
Good work from Walsh, good attacking the body and targeting the body well. Nice lead left hook there as well to come in and try and get to the body again. Just better stuff from Walsh.
Can switch hit naturally, Liam Walsh. Choosing to fight out of the orthodox stance.
There's no need to at this stage. You know, you're perfectly in control, you're dictating the fight, and that left hand work that he's using now would control his fight for the whole fight, and eventually he'd probably get the big shots coming off it, because his boxing is great when he wants to. He's just got to keep that range, I think, in my opinion, and keep his jab off the way he's doing. His left hand work really is good.
Settling down better into it now. Had a nervy sort of start.
That'll probably explain why he switches so well, John, as you say, you know, having a good left hand. And maybe some people have box orthodox, the likes of Kevin Mitchell, who are naturally left-handed. They've got so good left-hand work.
Urbano was taken out in a round in one of his fights last year. And he's looked busy, and he's looked as though he has the will of a man who's really going out there looking for victory. Good body shots from Walsh. And a switching attack to the head, beautifully.
Lovely jab to the body from Walsh. He's thrown about 4 times in the last 2 rounds, and every one of them, if they don't land, they're dropping the elbows as well to come over, and he comes over nice.
Urbano bullying him back.
Great jabbing from Walsh. He really could control his fight with his jab alone.
Turned the right hand in beautifully as well, and a lovely body shot. This is good boxing from Walsh in the closing seconds of a 3rd round, which he certainly had the better of. Main sponsors of this event with Box Nation, The Sun. And tremendous coverage of Haye against Chisora in virtually all the national newspapers this week.
Waiting your time is not good enough to get you into that. So let's throw him into it, let's trap him. Start enemy shots, clean and freeze, eventually we'll
That's what the cheers are about.
Keep the defence tight though every time. Don't come back in straight lines, you mustn't do that. Because if he's walking you back.
You're not moving it. Move that and keep them hands tight. And it'll come. Listen,
other
keep
inch.
breaking him.
Keep that body, break him down.
Break him
Right
down,
up to your body, you count
If
this.
you do get him, we know.
Lovely slow motion shot of a quality left hand lead from Walsh.
Round 4.
Getting into a rhythm now, Paul, looking better.
Yeah, settling in nicely, and the jab's having an effect now. You know, he's got a lovely fast jab. He's got a lovely, even when he throws it slow or to the body, it's nice. And when he tries it like a ramrod jab, it just nails home to the target, nice. Everything seems to be coming off it. He can control it with the jab. Tell by watching Walsh, he's probably been studying a lot of fights of the old Mexican fighters. He throws a 1 to the head, a left hook to the body, and then followed by a straight left uppercut right up the middle to the head.
Good to see Mickey Van back in there, refereeing a title fight of sorts. Mickey now 68 and still tremendously fit. Can't referee in British Boxing Board of Control fights now, but he still referees regularly around Europe. Still works out, and still has a 29-inch waist, he tells me. I don't think I've had that since I was about 12.
Yeah, I was going to say 14, but yeah, about 12. He has one of my thighs at the minute.
When are you back in action, incidentally? Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, September now. I'm just waiting to sit down and see what's happening with the titles in the division. You know, everything's up in arms at the minute, and the boards have tied the British title up at this point, but I think it'll be opened up by September time, and I'm just going to work back for that. Since my hand injury, my hand went really bad. I got infected, I had my operations, and I've just been chipping away slowly, trying to get fit, and I'll be there eventually.
It'll be good to see you back. Probably means we'll have to look for another commentator, I suppose.
Well, I'll still have a go. It may just stop people asking me whether I'm actually retiring and sticking to the commentating, which, you know, the answer is no, 100% no.
Right hand from Urbano. Just a reminder to Walsh to maintain that concentration. If he has got a weakness, it may be that he does have a tendency just to lose concentration, switch off in fights. He looks as though he'd be incredibly hard to hit. Sometimes he takes more than you know, just raise an eyebrow, don't you?
Exactly. Sometimes he's beaten to the jab by a lesser fighter like this who should be out jabbing all day. Just with his attributes alone, let alone the style and the class level.
Well, to my way of watching it, he's outboxing Urbano. Urbano keeps coming forward, and sometimes that impresses judges, so you never know. But Walsh, for me, is producing the sweeter work.
Yeah, he's comfortable. It's comfortable in there for him, and he's just trying. You can hear his corner, and his brothers and his coach saying the same thing all the time. Just keep grinding him down and keep trying to. And the left-hand work he's throwing is nice, but that's what going back to what you were saying.
Illustrates it, doesn't it?
Going back to what you were saying, eventually he'll just ship a shot for nothing, and one will come in and land clean and land flush, and you just don't want to be taking those little 8-ounce Reyes gloves. You know, there's not much in them at all.
Right-hand lead from Urbano. The big stands here at Upton Park filling up. All these seats on the pitch, I'm told, are sold.
10 seconds. Second out. Round 5.
Fifth round. Always such a dramatic sight, an open-air fight at night.
Great. I've never fought open air. I'd love to. Something that you really want to tick off the list and make sure you get it done. Nice. Both attacks before that, he went to the body, sharp left hooks, and then the last one surprised him and come up to the end, just brought the elbows down right over. Great work.
Fight against Gary Buckland would be a good one, wouldn't it, for Liam Walsh?
Yeah.
Somewhere down the road. You'd like to see that.
Yeah, definitely. That is a very good gelling of styles. So Buckland comes forward relentlessly, and
bit of a history as well, because Buckland beat him as an amateur. You know?
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know that, so even more so. Buckland comes forward relentlessly, and he's so strong. And Walsh is a classy boxer, and you can see what he does when he stands off and jabs.
Yeah, he's a good sportsman, Liam.
Yeah, very
decent footballer as well. He played for Cromer, didn't he?
I believe so. He's they're a lovely family. They are three likeable lads, and they're very likeable, and you know they're a credit to boxing and a good asset to have in boxing.
They live next door to each other, you know. I think Liam lives with Michael, doesn't he? And Ryan, the twin brother, Liam's twin brother, lives next door.
Listen, I love my brothers, but the 5-mile distance between us is just right. I train with them every day, I socialise with them, I go for a drink with them, I play snooker with them, tennis, whatever. It's nice to go home to my own bed.
That right hand landed in the last round by Urbano, and another one there. It's just making Walsh think of it, and he's treating him with plenty of respect.
Yep, he's got to give him the respect. He's in control, but you've always got to be switched on. But with those gloves on at this weight and at this level, one shot can change everything, literally, you know. And even though the light shots that he's taking at the minute and lead right hands, but with not much in them, eventually the big shots come that you don't see.
Did I mention that music video Urbano's been in with an Italian singer? I actually got that on YouTube. You know.
Did you?
Yeah,
you didn't explain it, but you mentioned it. But
I do the research, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. You make my job easy. I might test your research soon and quiz you on fights in previous years. And see
no, don't do that. That's another right hand from Urbano, and Walsh again just wants to hold on. Whoa, and a bit of use of the head as well. Now Mickey Van's going to have a word with him about that. On his cut, Urbano's cut, right eye. He's pointing across the ring at Walsh as much as to say it was a clash of heads that did it, and Urbano is not happy. Now let's have a look at this. I think he's already cut at that stage.
Sorry, John, I've just heard Mickey Van saying the cut to the eye was a legal blow.
A legal blow?
Mickey Van just told every judge, yeah.
OK, good spot. Well done, Paul. Well... well, the fighter didn't like it, Urbano. Walsh just smiles as much as to say, well, what's all that about?
That's it. They seem too nice to box at times, you know, especially Liam. He's such a likeable lad, and you have a conversation with him, you can talk to him for hours. He is a likeable kid, and he will just laugh that off.
Well, I wonder what the shot was which actually caused that cut to come. Now, Mickey Van's looking, I think, at... No, talking about the use of the head in no uncertain terms. Oh, and he's taking a point.
Yeah.
Good reffing.
Just, you're not going to do it again, are you? And that's what I like about him. Same with Richie Davis. He shouts at you that much when you do something wrong at the start. You're never going to do it again. He cuts it out straight away. And
it's one of the controversies, wasn't it, of the run-up to the Hay Chisora fight. He was originally going to be reffing the big one, Mickey. Yeah. And Adam Booth and the Hay camp objected to it, and so he got jocked off. But he's a strong ref, always has been. And years ago, he's reffed Ricky Hatton many times, didn't he? Which I suppose the fact that he was reffing a Frank Warren fighter with such regularity, I guess that's what the Hay camp were pointing to.
Possibly.
But he's reffed many big fights, including, of course, the big one back in 1993 at Cardiff Arms Park, Lewis and Bruno.
Yeah, I always think with referees, it should maybe be, you know, I'm not criticising anyone, especially the boxing board, but maybe case by case, because Mickey is a classic example. Look at him with the age of him, and you wouldn't think he was his age. You'd think he was 10 years younger. Similar to driving, I see a lot of people driving that I don't think should be on the road, and you see a lot of people of an older age who are fine.
Used to work with Leeds Rugby League Club once upon a time, I think, and keep fit by running up and down the terraces. But he could still do it.
Probably could, couldn't he?
I can think of one or two who are around the reffing scene worldwide who carry a few pounds, who are certainly not in the shape that he is.
Nice work from Walsh, nice feints to the body and then coming up to the head. And he's had some success here in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is quality. Nice boxing.
Oh, it's good work from Walsh.
Lovely variety of work, isn't there? Like the way he just switches so naturally from body to head.
Yeah, very good selection as well. And he's landed, he's having a lot of success now, and there's that nice jab again.
They've done a decent job on that damaged right eye in the Italian corner. And Mickey Van was very quick to say that it was a legal punch which caused the cut to come. But they've done a good job staunching the blood. In and out, Walsh. Picking his shots beautifully now.
It's the best round so far for Walsh. He's really settled into a nice rhythm. And he's landing, he's had his most success this round as well.
Quality boxing for the man from Cromer. And a very good round indeed. Now this is from earlier on. We're working away on that damaged eye once more, I'm sure. And this is, we reckon, where the cut came. That shot. There's certainly nothing illegal about that. And as it landed, you could straight away see the little spurt of blood.
Yep. Good spot.
This is back in this round.
Nice. Really nice left-hand way. Goes to the body as well, and he really composed that round, and it's no coincidence that when he stays composed and switched on, he didn't take hardly any shots at all, and he had his best round.
Upton Park, the home of West Ham United. Now in the Premier League. Tonight it's about boxing and about Hay against Chisora. That's the fight to follow this. Liam Walsh at the moment looks to be in control against Domenico Urbano, who's very slow to come out of his corner. Into the second half of the fight. There you see switch hitting, working as a southpaw now, Walsh. Moved into championship class, into the 12-round level at just his 10th pro fight, Liam.
I think he just shipped a right hand there, John. He just got caught with a lead right hand, and that's why I don't really, me personally, I don't really like the switching. You know, he's doing an effect. He's just had his most effective round in an orthodox style. You know, stick to that. Maybe have another one and build on that. The plan was to grind him down. You couldn't have grinded him down any more than that last round.
Smear of blood again around the right eye of Urbano. Nice balance.
Good hand speed as well. And combinations, they're very reminiscent of the way Amir Khan throws his shots. Quick, fast jab to the head, a nice straight left hand up to the head. Jab to the body, should I say.
A couple of fights before we came on air, we saw Ronnie Hathran ground out a pretty tough points victory over Peter McDonough, who never seems to give anybody an easy fight, does he?
Oh, he's good, great value for money.
And also Bradley Saunders managed to beat Kevin McCauley on points in a 6-rounder, and Bradley had his moments where he was just crowding his work, and I guess watching Liam and the way in which he moves, it's a textbook example of how you do give yourself a bit of space and allow yourself to get your punches off.
Yeah, just create that little bit of space, and when you've got it, just keep it. You know, it's so hard to create the space when you do all the hard work, getting the space for yourself, and then you let them come in and smother your own way. Liam Walsh is doing this great tonight. He's just keeping that distance nice feint, and then coming in with his own attacks and having good success.
Urbano looks pretty resilient, but Walsh naturally the bigger man. And just wonder whether in the latter stages of this fight Walsh might just start to break him down.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go back orthodox and really let go, and let go of some shots. Saying he's making a liar out of me and doing it anyway, southpaw.
Urbano's movement seems to have got less, and he's fighting now with a bit more desperation and has shipped some punishment in the closing stages of this round and wanting to hold on. Good round again for Walsh.
Yeah, good round, and I haven't really had reason to give Urbano a round so far. But you know, he's in there, he's having a go, and he's coming forward. It's just Walsh is just too good and too fast and too sharp.
Exactly as you are. You're not giving him anything then. He's not even catching you back. Could you hold his box out, please, so he can breathe? Now listen. Keep on the money. Exactly, yeah?
Well, they know a good job's being done.
Exactly. Well in the fight. well in control of the fight and having everything your own way. You know, the only time he's really getting caught with 1 or 2 shots is when he switches off, as we pointed out before, and he's doing the right thing. He's just got to keep composed and keep switched on, and don't switch off for a second. Just get the job done. He's looking really professional tonight.
And the only time that really Walsh looked in trouble was in that opening round, when just momentarily the leg stiffened when he took the headshot.
Yeah, and it was a very good shot, but as you pointed out yourself, he dominated that round anyway previously. So
if you're joining us on Box Nation for the first time, where have you been before? But welcome for the big one. You're very welcome. And the next fight coming up, David Haye against Derek Chisora. Commentating here with Paul Smith. Well, Walsh has taken a low one, and he'll be given time by Mickey Van to recover. Asking if he's all right. Well, he's allowed to continue, or rather he's told Mickey Van that he's fit to continue. You can have 5 minutes, can't you?
you can, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen any fighter take the 5 minutes, but I've been caught there, and there's nothing worse, you know. You wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Stories you need to polish up for your after-dinner routine.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily the crown jewels that hurt, it's the top of them, it's the bladder. It's when you get caught on that bladder.
This is borderline too much information. I'm starting to wince. This is good from Walsh. And good work again, switching the attack from head to body. And Urbano, who started a little bit more spirit at the beginning of the round, is now taking punishment again.
Just a bit curious whether Walsh may have hurt his left hand a little bit. Maybe just a bit bruised, maybe a bit sore, but he's not throwing as much as he was, and when he throws it, it's a bit cautious. He's really whipping the right hand in, but the left isn't going in with as much venom as it was.
Smear of grease around the right eye. I'm not sure if he's got a bit of a graze there as well on the eyebrow, Walsh. Now this is good work. Oh, and he's having a look, and he's decided it's all over. Well, Urbano shrugs his shoulders and says, what's that about? But he was taking punishment, and nothing really had been around it to. He'll think that he's hard done to, but, you know, I mean, it was so one-sided. Walsh was right on top.
Yeah, he's got an argument, you know. He was still there, he was still taking the shots, but you're still there to take the shots, aren't you? So he wasn't giving anything in return, he wasn't winning a round, and he was taking a lot of shots.
Yeah, sweet moments, and he will be dedicating that to his father, to whom he was so close, who died at the back end of last year. And Liam will be dedicating that performance to him. And after a little bit of a nervy start, he got into the groove pretty well, didn't he?
He did, and you know, classy stuff as well. Not just bludgeoning and not just walking forward bludgeoning. Really classy stuff and picking his shots nice. And that was that right hand work I was going on about in the last round. It'd be interesting to know if he has actually hurt his left hand. But good stuff from Walsh. And when he really lets go and gets going, I think he had a great 5th round. 6th and 7th, he may have turned southpaw in the 7th and 8th, should I say, and he had a really good 6th round, and very good stuff from Walsh. I'm really impressed with him.
People talk about the boxing skills of Liam Walsh, but he's a lot more heavy-handed than sometimes he's given credit for, and body shots there well, took their toll, didn't
There's
they?
another stoppage to the record, John. I think you said he's only gone a distance
10 out of
twice,
13, isn't it?
Yeah, spot on. You know, you don't have to be big and muscular to be an heavy-handed kid. You get some kids who you get in with, and you just know how heavy-handed they are when you take a few shots on the gloves.
And at championship level, the only guy who's taken him 12 rounds was Maxwell Owuku, who was in the, you know, he's highly ranked at the time, wasn't he? World ranked, and one of those real tough Ghanaians.
And don't forget, you know, this is at lightweight. I don't know what weight Urbano really competes at and campaigns at, but Walsh will do super featherweight only, no problem.
Absolutely. Good win. And he will be a happy boy tonight. Well done, Liam Walsh. And Mark Verdis now can confirm, I think, the results. Here we go. Let's hear from our Master of Ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes 10 seconds of the 8th round, your referee, Mickey Van, has stopped the contest. He deemed Domenico Urbano was in no position to continue. The winner and the new WBO European lightweight champion from Cromer, Great Britain, in the blue corner, Liam Walsh!
I think there might be the odd tear in the eye there in the Walsh family. Big moment for him, and Liam Walsh gets the win that he wanted. The aperitif is over. Next up, yep, it's the big one.
Thank you, John, and thanks to Paul Smith as well. Excellent performance from Liam Walsh. His dad would have been proud of him, and there are the Fighting Walsh brothers supporting the winner there tonight. As John has just said, next up, it is the big one, David Hay against Derek